loadout.
All right, let's see. We're looking at Sven. Oh, he's got the rare thingy underneath him, right? Oh yeah, it did look totally different.
It looked completely different in the loadout.
Boy, that is false advertising right there.
This looked so different. Wait, what?
Now it just looks like some generic garbage sword, which Sven has a million of. Both sides smoked here. So, you're saying that OG have a very aggressive lineup, and you're not sure if AM will be able to have time to farm enough. But who would you actually pick to win this game?
I find it hard to pick against Liquid just based on how well they played that last game, right? Like, it's...
You're biased.
I'm not biased, I'm just picking the team that's most likely to win based on performance. But that said, like I said, OG played a good game, and I'm not going to be like, this is going to be a landslide victory. I did say going in that there was a good chance this could be a draw, and I could absolutely see it. I guess on paper I feel like the Radiant draft looks a little bit easier to play, but ease of execution isn't something that Liquid seem to need that much.
Yeah, we've seen that before. As they're going to collide here, Yuragi gets off the early Stormhammer. Nisha, is this going to be a second game in a row that he gets first blooded? And indeed, that is the case. Didn't seem to matter last game. OG and on the board already.
Trade was 2 for 2 as well, so good head start here for the side of OG. They do get the D ward on the obs from Insania, which is not insignificant. It's 50 experience for them heading into bottom. So effectively we'll have the same experience as the Sven and Techies that were involved in that first blood. And yeah, they chose to play the Ench together with the Mars instead of the Io with the Mars, which I thought they were going to do, but Io Anti-Mage will be the top lane of choice.
Hammer expending the bot lane. I mean, from Sven's side, Cinderin, how often do we see him as position 1 these days? I mean, just
do we ever see him as anything else these days? I feel like the fad of playing him support doesn't really...
Yeah, it was very brief and underwhelming.
It had its games.
What the... Come on, dude. Garbage. He's just an aura bot.
I mean, anyway, you saw some of Entity's strats when they were playing Sven, Visage, Pudge, and that shit was really strong. But
it's because Pudge is in the game. You can't lose with Pudge.
True.
The fans will love you forever. What do you build on this hero, though? Is it like an Echo Saber Blink?
I think...
As Taiga? Okay.
This is probably the last hero in Dota that regularly builds Mask of Madness. So I think he'll build Mom into either Echo or BKB and then Dagger. That's pretty much the standard build.
I see. Well, he's gonna
pressure here
spend some more mana onto Enchantress. But
Chu is in trouble now, though.
He is. Zai, no spear for 5 seconds, but he's getting blocked. Sticky Bomb not going to connect. Spear's coming up now. It'll be a blind spear potentially. It does hit. And Chu looks to be dead thanks to the God's Rebuke. But on the other side, looks like Taiga gets taken out as well. So Liquid getting the best of both lanes.
This top lane is going to be so hard for OG if Anti-Mage gets ahead. Their lane is completely reliant on having mana on Beastmaster to do anything, and Mickey is just gonna... Every time he gets a chance, he's gonna go for some pot shots at him. He's rushing Boots here as well, which we don't see Anti-Mage just do all that often. But he's just gonna play with Boots and Tether and just run at them. All the time in this lane. Mid lane's also going great for Nisha, so good start for Liquid overall. All 3 lanes are in great shape.
Nisha 19-3, BZM 12-1. BZM doing a good job of using the Forge Spirit to ensure that he denies one rune and takes the other. We'll see what they end up doing for the power rune in 6 minutes. As Electric Vortex from Nisha, but more so for harassment. Not able to get the kill quite yet.
Taiga is suffering so much top.
Yeah, he
even
gets
with
off the Jingu stacks.
He can't stand his ground against this.
Yeah, it is AM. Well, now that he's out of mana, he doesn't take that much damage. There's the Boundless Strike to follow. Okay. Use the Mango there as well. Nisha continuing to get hounded by this pesky Forge Spirit in the mid lane. Water runes in 30 seconds. We'll see BZM's able to deny one again.
Yep. would be pretty good for him to send the Forge Spirit to the top one and go for the bottom one, or vice versa. But obviously, I guess ideally he sends his hero to the one that Storm wants to go to and has the Forge on the other, because Storm can just click it before the Forge Spirit can, and then he will be guaranteed it. But doesn't look like BZM will be on time. Nisha pushing that out.
Yeah, so Water Rune for Nisha almost has Arcane Boots. And Boxy getting chased by Taiga, and we can see in the bot lane Chu pursuing Insania. That's a lot of damage. Sunstrike to follow. Kaboom! So a nice kill going out to BZM. Much needed one, in fact, as the Forge Spirit's taken out pretty swiftly by Nisha. And for BZM, what kind of a build are you looking for this game? Do you think it's going to be the Meteor Hammer again?
Yeah, probably. Oh, actually, he's queuing up a Midas.
Huh?
So he wants to play full Exort this time instead of the Quasvex. I mean, it makes sense. They have some decent stun setups with Roar, with Sven's stun, with Monkey King, even the Techie Shard. So
what's the worst that could happen?
My concern with this is if Invoker is playing Exort and he wants to farm quite a bit and be in jungle, and you also have Sven, who absolutely has to do that, are you going a little bit too much on the slow side instead of playing Quasvex against, say, Anti-Mage and the Storm, who, with a Meteor Hammer, you're actually a really good catch for these two heroes. I think we'll see if it pays off. It seems a little bit on the greedy side for me.
I think TP's in mid. Not sure if they were trying to actually get the kill on Nisha, but they forced him back with a cold snap. Power Rune in 30 seconds. See if there's any rotations from the supports outside of Taiga. Try to ensure that their mid laners get the rune. Zai is connected with Boxing in the bot lane as Taiga starting to move. I think he might stick around for the rune. We'll see. Might just be going for a potential gank here, but he's going to be spotted by Boxy. He's now going to take some right clicks, and on the strike disrupts it a bit, but he's still connected. Sticky Bomb's there as well. They're going to be able to get the Jingu stack here. And Boxy continue to connect with Zai as Taiga not going to be able to kill him outright as Chu gets the Sticky Bomb, connects again onto Boxy as the overcharge. As Nisha TP's in, they're going to be able to get one kill. As Yuragi, that would be a very big one, but that's a difficult one to say the least, as Boxy's doing a great job of kiting. Double kill for Zai, so OG at the net negative here.
Haste. You really wanted to keep going, but yeah, beautiful rotation there. Just great spell casting. Love the fact that Zai, it definitely looked intended that he speared the Monkey King there instead of the techies, so they get that bonus kill as well. And now Sven is losing so much bottom as well. He had to go all the way back to base. Zai denies a full wave. Is now level 6 against the level 4 Sven. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be a rough one for Yuragi. OG's lineup is not good when it loses its lanes. Zai with a 7-minute Meteor Hammer is gonna start knocking on the front door now. This is...
Yeah.
This is not good for OG, to put it bluntly. This is a rough start.
I mean, it's a 2K lead at 7 minutes, which is already pretty big, and you have AM on your team. Definitely not what you want to see if you're OG. Sticky Bomb onto Zai. Meteor Hammer available again.
You could kill Chu right now if you wanted to.
He wants the tower. Or the Sven, maybe. It's mid lane. Ooh, TP out. BZM is going to be fine. Meteor Hammer from Zai being very annoying.
Yeah, Liquid are putting incredibly much pressure on the map. They send Ench mid to push with their creep together with Storm. In the meantime, Mars is pushing bottom with the hammer. So OG kind of have to put out fires everywhere on the map, and playing like that is really, really difficult. Like, you have to send your heroes around really effectively. See, Yuragi is even going to try to steal the 8-minute rune as carries Sven, just to try to lower some of this pressure. They will get Insania here, which will be a nice little bit of help for OG, but as it stands, the cores on the enemy team are having a great time regardless.
And to add insult to injury, Nisha picks up the Arcane Rune. See if they're able to use that fully. And just having the eye on the team to be able to refresh your mana so easily. Such a huge benefit for the Storm. Oh wait, that's the wrong team. Alright, we'll see if they can get Fairy Trinket on Liquid's side now to even things up. As Mickey.
Now they're pushing top with this siege creep, and they're bringing Onisha. Siege creep alive minute 8:45 here. This has been a very slow push from Mickey to get to the tower, but the payoff is big.
Oh, wow.
Kill Iragi with Zion and Sania.
And they are all over the place.
This map is bleeding. So, I can't stress enough how screwed OG are getting at this game right now. Though. This is really, really rough times. And again, you chose Quasic Sword Invoker against this. It's not like BZM is going to just run around the map and save you guys right now. He needs some time, and where is it going to come from? The whole map is just falling apart minute 9. Zai,
yeah, already on the back foot.
Combo on Chu.
Spear. Oh, all right. They disrupted the Meteor Hammer, and Yuragi coming. There's the roar with the Meteor.
Okay.
The Meteor Hammer and the Meteor, and all these Meteors being put into good use, Cinderin. So they get a valuable kill.
They calm down the situation a little bit. They put out one fire, but here comes the next one, maybe.
Nisha, that's Arcane Rune. He's going to get tornadoed.
Big
Mana Void does connect. Not that much damage. Only level 1, of course, but BZM looks to be mega dead.
Chu died trying to
help. Find the techies as well as OG just dropping like flies. Now the tier 1 tower is likely what Liquid will focus on.
Went to cut the wave.
Uh-oh. Yeah, they're going to get that kill and a regen rune. Jesus. His
name was Dave.
Did you rhyme something?
Yeah, it's okay. You don't have to listen to them being purposefully unfunny.
Oh, did they cancel the regen? They did.
The hammer.
Yeah, and that's going to be the kill on the Iragi, man. They are all over the place. DM is here, but no, okay.
He might actually live
here. Will live, surprisingly. Yeah, Nisha trying to focus on BZM, but BZM doing a lot of damage to Nisha in the meantime. But they do take out the Beastmaster via Zai's Mars Arena. It's going to be the trade for Io, so at the very least, OG do save their Sven, which is a big deal. And Zai kind of stuck in a weird spot, but Mickey's trying to back him up. Taiga showing himself is very all over the place right now.
BZM with the
spear into Meteor Hammer. BZM gets destroyed. Mickey showing off that beautiful level 1 Mana Void. And now Chu completely out of mana.
New spear on nice from
dodge. Zai's in a bit of trouble now. No balance strike for a few seconds, but they find another kill onto OG, and now Taiga will be next. Double kill for Mickey, who's participating in fights with a Vanguard. So very tanky, and he's actually pretty close to Battle Fury already with all of this.
This is one of the major upsides of playing Anti-Mage with Vanguard, which is the new meta that we're seeing. People are getting very involved with this hero. It's like, yeah, he will need time to farm, but if your team is doing well, you can definitely be an asset to them in some of these moves and then go back to farming after. It's kind of funny how it feels like a cycle. This was a thing, I want to say 8 years ago, to play Vanguard Anti-Mage into Battle Fury. And then for the last many years, it's been Battle Fury Rush. Now there's been a little bit of Vanguard Radiance and Vanguard Battle Fury again. The disassemble on Vanguard absolutely being a key reason why this works so well. He has the Fury now. 12 minutes in, Mickey with a Battle Fury.
Battle Fury, Vanguard Treads.
And it's not just Battle Fury Treads, it's Battle Fury Vitality Boost. He disassembles it, right? So, but he is crazy rich.
That's insane.
7k lead minute 12. Shannon, this one is
yeah.
It's a Gabon shellacking right now.
Yeah, that would be accurate. That's a new tier, the French tier, I guess, is what you're going for.
The French Gabon.
Well, BZM was getting pursued by Insania, but he's going to take a roar and a bunch of axes to the face, and he's going to die. So OG getting something, but the map is still completely liquids. Aben is smiling in France, apparently.
Yeah.
Eating his baguettes and whatever else they do in France.
I don't know where that French accent came from. I actually don't have any
I don't know either. I have no idea. I'm surprised you can even do a French accent, honestly. Zai is going to be Boundless Struck inside the Wukong's command now. And they should have enough damage here. But the relocate! Beautifully done from Boxy, resetting it completely. Needs to be
careful because there's
Iragi has to be careful. Top lane. Oh, he's attempting to TP out. Mana Void cancels. And Iragi is dead.
Instant
very rough game for OG.
Doesn't get caught. Nothing was lost here for Liquid, and they find the Sven. Yuragi's game is just so hard. Like, when you lose your towers this early as Sven, the map feels the smallest it ever has. Like, you've lost all tier 1s minute 13. Where do you go? The enemy team is just gonna hound you all over the place, just kill you non-stop if you try to farm.
There's the arena, BZM. Oh, nice stun from Taiga. I don't think it's gonna save the Invoker in the end, though. Deafening Blast onto 1. There's the stun from Chu, or the... Well, it's not a stun yet. He doesn't have the shard, but either way, they lose their Invoker. And Liquid just rolling away with this thing. But Yuragi wants to play. Pops the God Strength, but he's completely outnumbered. And Nisha looking for Taiga. They'll get him as Mickey shows up now. Finishes the Vanguard again. And yeah,
I mean, what is there to say, really?
Rough.
They're just getting owned. Like, there's just... These first 10 minutes just more or less sealed the deal for this game. Like, if you want to come back into this as OG, you need some sort of masterful execution. You have to find a great smoke play where you get a key roar onto, like, the Storm or the Mars and you blast them first and then Liquid overstep, but there's always that X factor of the IO protecting whoever you go on. And you know for a fact, on top of all of this, Anti-Mage is also just free farming, so...
Yep.
This is such a clean game from Liquid. Mickey is feeling himself enough. He's just going to solo jump Yuragi here. There comes the relocate.
Wow, that level 2 mana
nice
void now. Nice
timing.
job from Chu coming in. Beautiful Boundless Strike as well. Wukong's command is placed, so Mickey can just easily get out, and Nisha as well. So
that was
OG do a good job of defending.
They got 0 kills.
Yeah, exactly.
But that was perfect on defense.
Yuragi very angry that Mickey's trying to get his farm. Nice shot from the Cold Snap coming in. Okay, able to get out of dodge, though. Very, very difficult kill. And bot lane, while this is all happening, the majority of Liquid just pushing this tier 2 as the fortification has been used now from OG. And they're gonna go into the mid lane. BZM trying to get off the spear is Zai. Might not even need it though. Gonna save it for a rainy day as DM gets off his primal roar. And that's about all he does. The question remains, when will Liquid get the next Roche? And is there anything OG can even do? Manta
I'm
is
digging,
about
I'm digging
1,000
deep
away.
right now. I know I'm going a little bit quiet, but I'm trying to think how you get any semblance of control back in this game as the Radiant team. Like, it's just... It's hard to find it. It really is. It's especially disheartening when you see OG cast their spells exceptionally well on the heroes jumping them, and they still don't have enough damage because of the IO.
They did let the IO through, of course. I mean, what are your favorite counters to IO? Like, we saw the Disruptor today. Not as good as it used to be, I feel like.
Oh,
well, you're gonna have to hold your horses here. Yeah, OG trying to make something out of this.
Only good if there's any backup.
Oh, shoot. We'll be able to get out, though, as Nisha...
What are my favorite counters to IO? I mean, it really depends on the type of hero IO is playing with, which is also why the first pick from Liquid of IO here is really interesting, because if you start counterpicking the IO Lesh, you see they just go for the Storm, which they valued higher in this game. I think Lesh could have absolutely worked against the first phase from OG as well, but they just show that they've got more in their toolbox. Disruptor, definitely one of the better ones, I would say. I also like Clockwork against IO quite a bit. It's hard to... Sometimes you can isolate IO away from his tether partner, you can cancel relocates very well, you can get vision with Rocket Flare. Sometimes you can figure out where IO has to be because of how the cores are playing, and then you can catch the IO and prevent the save on the core that you want to go on. So that's pretty decent.
Is Witch Doctor any good these days? I know it used to be considered a counter.
Not really. The IOs have become too good, and the tether leash is too long. It's 1,000 range on the tether. I don't know.
We're gonna have a fight. Arena onto 2, and a Meteor Hammer onto 2, and a Mana Void onto 2. And Liquid up in a 3 now. They can go Roche.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know where they... which memory they visited to find this Mars, but Zai has just been completely owning it up this game.
What is the...
Like, everybody in their team is playing incredibly well.
What is the reason Mars has not been picked very much? I know it was nerfed a couple patches ago.
Yeah. I think he's struggling to find the same presence in lane a lot, but this time they played with Ench, so they have a strong way of enabling the Mars. But yeah, it's a good question, because I do feel like ranged carries have been pretty meta for the most part. Like, a lot of teams play like Drow, etc., so Drow, Sniper. He should in theory be pretty good in quite a few games, but yeah, not really getting much love. Maybe the item dependency is a problem, but now with the new hammer, he's kind of interesting. Good question. I hope we get to see it more. I find Mars to always be a very entertaining hero to watch.
Yeah, for sure. DM not done with the Helm of the Overlord quite yet. 40 gold away, but this is a 20-minute Helm of the Overlord.
Might get cut here. No, they let him go.
Yeah, well, there's 2 tier 2s remaining. And a bunch of fortifications, I'm sure, to come. How long can OG hold this off for? As Mickey finished his Manta not too long ago. He's going to be working on Scotty next. And Nisha has yet to use his BKB with the Witchblade Arcane Boots. And Mr. Zai. Obviously, we've already talked about the Meteor Hammer Blink, but about 100 gold away from Greaves now. From OG's side, is there any item that makes a difference here? I mean, does it help or hurt that BZM went for the Midas this game?
I don't know.
Because you can look at it from both sides, right?
It's hard, dude. I don't call you dude a lot, but that's what this
dude, bro.
Do. All right,
dude, bro. Yuragi, dude. You're in a lot of trouble, dude. Okay, Nisha
BKB
getting
so
control.
Might live, but Chu not so lucky.
Yeah, Mana Void's available. Chu is dead.
Swing, gonna swing. There we go.
14k lead for Liquid at the 21-minute mark. Yuragi still not finished with his BKB. 600 gold away from that as Mickey wants to come and play. Gonna get stunned up though. Obviously with that Aegis, not even remotely scared, as they did end up getting the Beastmaster in the bot lane. Tier 2 tower looks to be what Liquid are going to set their sights on and likely high ground to follow. But it is against a very annoying
they saw the monkey.
team.
Tiger's dead. Surely.
Surely.
Nice stun. Well, maybe not.
No, he's okay. Actually, OG1 trying to fight this. If they can get Niche, this would be huge. But he pops the BKB. Gets off the Electric Vortex, looking for a kill so he can zip away. Foxy. Ultimate to work with, but Mickey has now come, and Yuragi's just going to get chased to the ends of the earth, which don't go very far, apparently. Flat Earthers were right.
Alright, it's a 99-1 win probability. I wonder what the 1% is.
I think that's a disconnect slash, remake of the game.
It's probably something along the lines of Storm and AM get overconfident and dive the base, but it hasn't happened yet. They're going to kill the Invoker mid.
And their the high ground take for Liquid theoretically is not very good, and the high ground defense for OG is quite good. But then again, they do have Meteor Hammer, of course.
Yeah, it helps. Zai was preparing for this. He's played a lot of pubs where people give up minute 10. He knew 6 minutes in that this was inevitable, so... Yeah, I mean, for a team that doesn't have the best high ground push, this is going pretty well.
Yeah, it is. That's how far ahead they are. It just literally doesn't matter.
Alright. And now we're at 100. Alright. Well...
You did it!
This was... I mean, they haven't called GG yet, but it's a formality at this point. This is the biggest stomp we've cast so far, and it's... The thing about this is, it didn't feel like OG played an awful game. Like, they just got so outplayed by a team that played amazing in every skirmish, played great lanes, and had an overall really cool idea for how to solve the game. All the lanes Liquid played went well. And the way they played around the IO, the way they played around the enemy jungle in the first early fights around that outpost just kind of sealed their entire domination of the map from there on out. Yeah, OG are just going to keep bleeding racks. I don't know if they're holding up some sort of time rating. Don't think that matters in any tiebreaker scenario, but who knows?
Yeah, that's an old school one.
Yeah, I mean, they've just given up 2 lanes of racks without showing a hero, so...
Yep. Well, I think they're waiting for Sven's BKB. Well, actually, he does have it. Just needs to, yeah, disassemble. There we go.
Yeah, disassembled for it now.
But it's just not likely to have enough damage to follow it up with. Drums is there for BZM. All right, Taiga looking for a pick off. But the Mars Arena from Zai is going to get storm bolted. He's inside the Wukong's command now as Nietzsche jumps in, gets off the BKB. And the OG members are just melting. And the big Mana Boy comes out. That's a 3rd kill for Liquid. As now all their sights are focused on Yuragi and company as GG's finally come out. Ultra kill for Mickey as Liquid end this game in style. And this was, yeah, this is a Gabens level Schlack. It was not even remotely close. But Liquid, they get the 2-0. Game 1 obviously a lot closer. But Liquid just dominate here.